Hey, what's up, world? Thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, as always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. So, the Brat and her wife came out and first did a gender reveal. Told the world, showed the world they're going to have a boy. Then came out and said that they used a white sperm donor to father their child. And so now the whole black community is in uproar. I have a problem with it. Just to get down to it, right to it. I have a problem with them coming out and saying, oh, we got a white dude and we didn't get the black dude because he looked like Jimmy the Cricket. So we got a white guy to, don't. Because to me, that is like some personal information. That is like if someone asks, who was the donor, this, that, and third, you'd be like, that's between us. We're gonna keep it. We don't think that's information that we want to put out to the world, because number one, you're gonna put it on the internet, and once things hit the computer, the internet, it's there forever. And one day, your child will become old enough to ask questions, even without the internet. They're going to ask questions about, who's my daddy? And you're going to have to explain it to them. Especially if it's two women. Now, it'd be different if it was a man and woman. You could probably kind of get away with that, But if it's two women, even if it's a man and a woman, if they're black, then, if you gotta find a white donor, and, baby come out looking, with, blonde hair, blue eyes, you got a lot of explaining to do. But other than that, like I say, if it's a man and woman, you can kind of not even have to bring that up. But if it's two women, eventually that child is gonna ask, who's the daddy? And you're gonna have to say, your dad's white. Now, a lot of people might say, what's wrong with that? Here's the problem. We live in a country, a society that's pretty doggone racist and bigoted. This is how we are. So, you got a baby come out looking mixed. You got two black mamas. No one ain't gonna know okay, anyway, he's gonna know who his daddy is. Well, we got you, number one, we got you from a sperm bank. Number two, your daddy's white. No, we don't know who he is. We'll never find him. Kids be wanting to know. Just think about this. There are kids whose dads are alive and whose mom knows who the dad is. Let's say the kid knows who the dad is. But if the dad is not in that kid's life, it will make them feel some type of way. If the kid does not know his dad and he's not in his life, and if there are other kids who do know who their dad is, that child's gonna feel some type of way. Psychologically, that will damage that child. As the parent who's been the surrogate for the one whose eggs are being used, that could cause some kind of stress, because eventually you're gonna have to explain this to the baby. And when it comes, will you be ready? So like I said, that's some very personal information that I feel shouldn't be out there. But after all the little backlash, let's see what the Brat's wife said. Because this article from hiphopdx.com, I didn't want to go to Essence because they always cater for, the feminism movement and stuff like that. And I try to make it sound like this is the greatest decision to slice bread. When there are studies that will show you that kids from surrogate parents and donor parents have about 1.5 times more chances of being in trouble with the law than kids who had like two parents in the house and they knew who the parents were. They lived with they both parents. And just like you talk about the single parent or the single mother issue with these bad kids, I heard, causing issues. There's something missing in that child's life. But it's gone, because it's something that the Brat's wife said that disturbed me in her rebuttal. So it said, the Brat's wife defends decision to use white sperm donor for pregnancy. The Brat's wife, Jesseca Dupart, has defended their decision to use a white sperm donor for the pregnancy. In a recent interview with The Root, the married couple revealed they narrowed down the short list of sperm donors to 300, and only one was black. The mothers to be opted against using the sole black donor, though, over qualms about his appearance. That dude looked like Jiminy Cricket, the Brat joke. I was like, I'm sorry, but that wasn't going to be my choice. Now, I can't really get mad about that part, because people want to say, well, oh man, he's the only black one, you should have took him. Come on now. Let's be serious. Woman, if you was out there in the dating market and you're trying to date a guy, how many of y'all gonna date a dude that look like Jiminy Cricket? You know what they're saying? People say, man, if you was the last person on earth, we was the last two people on earth, man, we gotta procreate. Would you take Jiminy Cricket there? You probably would, just out of pure horniness. But other than that, I think you women will still be like, nah, I think my white savior gonna come and get us off, gonna come on the boat and get us and rescue us. I think that's what you'll wait for. But anyway, like I said, if you're in a dating pool trying to date, you're not going to date just the only black guy there. You are going to convince yourself that it is okay to go outside the race and to find other men who look better all the way around in your eyes. So that shouldn't even be, this part shouldn't even be an issue. Okay. Instead, the couple ultimately decided to use a white sperm donor whose good looks and height they're hoping will be passed down to their unborn son. Now, I've known some short women who you see them dated married guys who women are probably like 5'2", 5'5", and then they marrying guys like 6'5", 6'6", like and they've told me, they say, hey, I married this guy because I didn't want my son to be short like me. I wanted my sons to have height and be tall. So I understand that part too. Quote, because we didn't have a lot to choose from, he definitely wasn't black, Brat added. But I think we did a great job with picking. He's handsome, he's tall, I think he's good. He's going to look beautiful with my wife's eggs. So the Brat is just asserting. I think over time, she's going to feel some type of way. Man, it better not. They better hope that they stay together until the end of time. Because if for some reason they fall out, as Brittany Griner, if they fall out and they separate, this child custody and child support issue is going to be big. Because, again, the Brat is a surrogate. Her wife, whatever her name, I forgot, Harris Dupart, whatever, it's her eggs. So they want to try to share something, which I can, so it's going to be like her eggs, so it's going to be kind of really like the Brat's blood and stuff like that. So the baby will look like all three of them in some way, shape, or form. And probably have a Brat's attitude because the Brat's going to be the one, so she's going to probably have a closer connection to the child than her wife. But if something happens, the wife is going to try to take him, and it's like I say, ooh, man, that's going to be terrible. After the interview was published, Harris Dupart took to Baller Alert's comments section on Instagram to defend her and the Brat's decision to choose a white surrogate for their pregnancy. Now, let's get to this. Quote, to be clear, for all those that are not aware of the many things we weren't aware of, here it is. Black men make up less than 5% of the donation pool, she began. That is true. There was an article out not too long ago talking about how there were these banks who were trying to recruit. Now, I try to look all over for this article. It's like it's been wiped. But they were trying to recruit college kids, black males from college, to pay them, a few $100s for their sperm. Or maybe, I don't think it was that much, maybe a couple $100s for their sperm. But these banks normally give you anywhere from $75 to $150 for a sample, but yet for the people who's trying to get the sample, they gotta pay like anywhere from $1,000 plus for it. So, but anyway, yeah, like I said, it's not a whole lot of brothers out there just throwing their seed out willy-nilly. Why is that when I can find a female anywhere? Like I say, when I can still have relations with some of these women and stuff, and these girls, stuff like that, and have all the baby mamas up. Why would I do that? Just joking, y'all. Just joking. Furthermore, with genetic testing, that is specifically for looking into the diseases that humans carry, and inputting my stats in all of the cryobanks. It went from thousands to about 300. And of that, only one was black, and he also unfortunately wasn't the perfect match. She added, so we actually waited a few weeks to see if the pool increased, but unfortunately with the time frame we had to choose within 6 to 8 weeks, and there was no more black donors that fit with that perfect fit with my genetic testing. So basically what she's saying is, they made an emotional decision that I feel is going to bite them in the butts in the future. Could quite possibly bite them in the rumps in the future. Because from what I was reading, yes, you have like 2 months to you watch videos, you see the person's history, and then you got like only like a few weeks. I guess that's when the sperm is viable or whatever to be chosen from. And if not, then you got to go back and redo the whole process over again. So you had 6 to 8 weeks in this process. And you said, well, we better hurry and find somebody. Let's get this white guy. Because you wanted the baby so bad. Can you imagine? Let's say you're going on speed dating, right? Say you're doing some speed dating on these apps or whatever. And you date a bunch of guys or a bunch of girls. And let's say within like a week or two. And within that week or two, you find the perfect person that you think I'm going to continue to have a relationship with. And then you mess around and say, okay, we need to get married within 6 to 8 weeks, because if not, we got to go back and do the speed dating again. Do you see how retarded that sounds? How ignorant that sounds? Because what you're talking about is a lifelong decision. But in this decision, this is worse to me than the women who say I can have a baby and don't need no man. Well, this is the same thing. I'm just talking about the 2-parent household. Because regardless, I think they're gonna need to be some psychological evals. There's gonna need to be some therapy that's gonna need to be have because of this whole dynamic and how this is. But yeah, to make a decision because you only have 6 to 8 weeks. Now I know the brat make money because she in radio. She's in a TV show. She's a rapper. I mean, shoot, she's an entertainer. I forgot what her wife does, but I'm sure they make good money to where you have to hurry up and make a decision in 6 to 8 weeks, and if not, we can't do it no more. But I think they rushing because they want a baby so bad, not taking into consideration how made the child feel or how they may feel years down the line. But let me see. I'm gonna go to this real quick to this New York Times article about called "Desperately Seeking a Black Sperm Donor," and this was published in 2019. And this was about, I think it was a LGBT lesbian couple, and they wanted to have a baby, and they wanted to have a baby, with a black donor, which is crazy. You want a black man's seed, but you don't want the black man to be there. I'm trying to see where, because it's like they interviewed each other. Okay, here we go. And they like to interview each other, telling each other, interviewing each other, so to tell you a story from a first person point of view from both sides. And this little part here, it says, "Can you speak on the process?" Somebody named initials BA and another person is Nikki. BA asks, "Can you speak to the process of setting up the access plan?" Nikki said there was 3 types of plans. We both wanted as much information as possible, so we paid $300 for the account type that would give us 3 months of full access. This account type included an audio recording of a 15-minute interview with the donor, the staff's first impressions, photos, genetic testing, extensive health information, and on the donor's family, and a personality behavioral test. BA, once we had access to all the donor profiles, we had to get tested for the CMV, a common viral infection passed from mother to child during pregnancy. that may cause some birth defects, although symptoms are rare, and sickle cell anemia to better refine our search. What am I looking for? I'm trying to find this one little spot. Where is it? Dang it. There it is. Okay. And it says, BA, anyway, how do you feel about the process overall? Nikki, it's all so beautiful, but let's be real, it costs a pretty penny. On top of the $300 access fee and $1,045 for the specimen, they want to charge an additional $300 for priority next day shipping to our home. We avoided $300 because we had it shipped to one of their locations and picked it up. But the specimen alone almost cost $1,400. My thing is this here. What kind of plan did the Brat and her wife have? And his or her wife have? Because if it's just $1,400, and forgive me for being in somebody else's pocketbook, because I hate people being in my pocketbook, $1,400 don't seem like a lot, especially when you're talking about a lifelong decision. If not done right, I'm sure they did the research, but the way this lady was talking, it's like up to 3 months. You got 3 months access. So you take your time looking. And she said they wait, you take your time looking, going over all of everything you have, all the information that you have. And the Brat's wife said that they waited a few weeks hoping some new donors, some new black donors would pop in, and none did. So at the end of their time, I guess their 3-month wait, they said, okay, we got to pick these or not. We got to go through this again. I'm probably not going through this again. An emotional decision. Because I'll tell you like this, any man with, with any kind of logical sense would be like, look, man, forget this. I mean, it just ain't time. It just, just wasn't for us this time. Maybe we can try it again in 6 months. Maybe we can try it again. Hey, if y'all get any more black sperm donors, give us a call. We're talking about the Brat. I'm quite sure they know, once they find out she's famous, I'm quite sure they can make calls to her, once once these other donors come in. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I don't know. It's, to me, I do feel some type of way because you're actually going against what the scriptures say on what a family is. Because it's 2 women trying to have a baby. But you need a man to make a baby, but you want to do, you say, I'll do everything God tell me to do, but I won't do the most important part. The thing about having kids, like say in vitro, or or like say egg and sperm donation, is the lack of the second. You're trying to take that intimate part out. But that intimate part was created by the Most High for humans, to where there's a connection, because when you create this child that needs to be reared and raised properly, the 2 of you need to have that connection to that child, to each other first, so y'all can have a connection to that child and create a better chance of that child growing up, to have a pretty productive and a normal life. Once you take out the intimacy part of it, once you take out the male, the man out of the equation, or even the mother out of the equation, you create an issue. Because you've seen where there have been problems with surrogates who carrying a baby because the mother can't carry a baby to term. And so they create a surrogate, and all of a sudden, a surrogate becomes attached to the baby, and sometimes don't even want to give the baby away. Or a mother is having a baby, want to put the baby up for adoption, and when it gets close to end of term, she don't want to give the baby away because there is a connection. Why didn't they adopt? There's a lot of babies, I mean, like newborn babies. There's a lot of babies you could have adopted that would have like 2 black parents. You could have done that, and I think it would have been less. Because think about it. Remember, we used to joke. You know what I'm saying? What was that? Robin Harris, matter of fact. With Rag, some the members in his audience, in his shows, and call him what the famous line was, call him a test tube baby, and everybody laughed. You think there's still not a stigma behind that statement? You know, a child, once they find out that, because they're gonna find out because it's on the internet, so they're gonna go to school, and them kids gonna make fun of it unless you put your kids in private school. I mean, or not in private school, homeschooling. But they're gonna find out that your child was a test tube baby. They're gonna make fun of that test tube baby. They're gonna find out. Then some of them gonna be like, you don't know who your dad is. You got 2 mamas. You know, and then, but who knows, 10, 20 years now, where this country going, it might be the norm, so I may not speak in the future. But anyway, that's all I got for this, man. Tell me what y'all think. Leave your comments below, and then share it with the world. I mean, do you think it's the right thing to do? Do you think this was, do you think they did the right thing? Think they should have waited? Think they should have never done it? Think they should have had, think they should have adopted? What you think? With that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.